I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
There's the toss. The pass set it all up.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Rose. Here comes the screen. Here's a chance from long range. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
To Julius Randle. It goes down.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Durant. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Irving with the basketball. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. And Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Here's Irving into the front court. Up by 3. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First free throw is good. He makes them both. Possession lies with New York. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Easy path to the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And Kevin Durant, unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the 3.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Lays it up and in. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter with the Nets in front. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency, it was really high.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat. Dribble, drive, shoot the 3, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Switching gears, David Fizdale makes the move to his bench. Knicks with the basketball. To Kevin Knox. Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Into the front court, it's Irving. They lead it. 4-point game. Looking to take this all the way. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Missed the foul shot. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Kyrie Irving. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance.
Durant wide open. He nails it.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Navigating through traffic, he'll put it up at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Nets have the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. And the way they shot 3-pointers was too careless and too often. They don't have a single triple in the box score. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks.
Game track.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense to Durant.
Shoot that, boy.
Irving down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
He's trying to find what fits. David Fizdale makes the substitution. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
The follow won't go either. To Julius Randle. Rose. Derrick Rose, still a sight to see. Well defended, he finds a way to knock it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Durant. Harden. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
It's in the hands of James Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Jordan. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
DeAndre Jordan at the line. Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. New York in control of the basketball. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Harden in possession. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Here comes the screen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. And he missed the free throw. Rose into the front court. His guys down by 9.
I got ball. I got some for him.
Has a chance. Not going down for him this time. Kyrie across the timeline. Looking to make something happen to Jordan. Down low. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
And easy two, get back on defense.
I got ball.
Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw is good, finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Fizz wants some new guys out there. Here comes a substitution. Stuffs it down with authority. Long key from three-quarters court. The quarter's concluded. It's been all net so far. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Irving into the front court. His team leads it by 10. To Jordan. It was right there. Kevin Knox. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Durant to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant. Here comes the screen. To Durant. Harden. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Rivers with the basketball. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit.
Big pick right there.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Irving with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Durant. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. Here's Irving into the front court. Up 6. Harden, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Switching gears, David Fizdale makes the move to his bench. To Rose. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His team up by 7 with the interception.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Harden with the basketball. Up 5. Can't connect. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw is good. It's a 3-point play, and that just might put this game out of reach. Timeout here for the Knicks. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Rose. From long range. First one goes down. And he hits the second. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Knocked loose. And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Screen coming. 4-3. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe you...
Defended by Derrick Rose. Just off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Trouble getting the ball across half court. It's the Nets who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. This team did everything they could do to secure the win. Great job by both the players and the coaching staff. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks just couldn't close this one out. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. Check out the leading scores for the New York Knicks.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
James Harden gets the award for the most obvious reason. and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to saying I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. Still screaming free to find they coming home now. All this about my I gotta now. How you real, you can't even walk through your hometown. I'm barely home now, on the road now. All in the MIA, all like this. Boy, you get no love, you get stand 10 toes down. My go down, rats can't fold down. My your dough down, we ain't gon' put on the fourth down. We on the hunt, we want more now. Real from the jump, we on now. Swear no more going broke now. Might do a show in your town. Wait till I bring that. I'm on no road bounce. I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to saying I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. I might go MIA, all up in my face. I don't go nowhere without my brothers, that's my gang.